22.1.
Alright, drivers, 10-minute warning. Let's call it 12 minutes. Let's be realistic here. 12-minute warning until we start round one. That'll be race number 1 is 17.5, and we want 21.5 out to Marshall. And again, 6:30 is our start time. Thank you.
$15.6. $13.9. $12.7. $35 flat. $42.5. $13.7. $22.3.
Alrighty, practice is turned off. It's 6:30. Let's get those Heat 1 drivers to the track.
Scott Deluge.
All right, we're looking for Jeremy, Sean, Scott, David, and Brian.
Sean King. Brian Kraft. Jeremy Hilsendiger.
All right. Mr. Miller, where you at? Oh, I see him on the track. There it is. All right. I've got everybody checked in. I think you need one more marshal. I think that's Ronald. Looks like he's getting his hustle on.
David
So let's
Miller.
get you one more loop around, and then we will close the straightaway. We're looking for a lineup with Jeremy up front, Sean number 2, Scott 3, David 4, and Brian going to start from the back. Jeremy, Sean, Scott, David, and Brian. All right. That's not quite going to work. Yeah. All right. Now we're pointed the right way. But now he's not in the right spot. All right. Ben's got it fixed up. All right. All right. Wednesday night bull ring. Here we go. Round 1 of 2 for 17.5. We're going to start on the tone. Jeremy leading Sean, Scott, David, and Brian around. Relatively clean first lap. Oh, I say something and the leader rolls over. Nice to see Scott Deluge out tonight. White car, yellow wheels running down the straightaway, second place currently. Got Sean King up front. Oh, battle on the straightaway. Oh, we're going crazy. Tight race for second. Who's going to did it? Oh, Jeremy had it. David, oh, they bump. Oh, it's a pile. Scott gets out. Jeremy with the worst of that one. Sean says, thank you very much. I'll take that 6-second lead. .330 to go. 3:30 to go, drivers. David having all sorts of problems with rollovers today. We're only 2 minutes in and he's rolled over at least 3 times. Jeremy trying to get his way back by Scott. Scott's not going to make it easy. Jeremy tags the pipe. Brian's going to get by. Meanwhile, up front, Sean has put David a lap down, but David's not letting go. Oh, Brian gets by Scott, but then he rolls over. Scott hits him, flips him back. They race into the rhythm section. Oh, Brian winds up backwards. Nice recovery, though. Heat number 2, you're up next. You got 2 minutes. Another rollover at the end of the straightaway. That time it was Jeremy.
2 minutes left.
Sean King's been out front since lap number 2. He's currently on a 24.510 pace. Oh, Scott rolls onto the straightaway and then gets distracted and does it again. That's the leader behind you, Scott. One minute left. Sean's got a lap on the field.
One minute left.
Sean, Brian, Scott, Jeremy, David is the order. Black and white car with the white wheels is your leader, followed by the white, yellow, and red with the red wheels. David Miller goes down at the end of the straightaway. Marshall's got him all fixed up. Oh, Scott tags the wall again. Inside on the straightaway, inside on the straightaway. Straightaway clear. 10 seconds.
Sean King
Caught
done.
at the line.
Scott
Sean, you're done. Scott, you're done.
Jeremy Hilsendiger
David,
done.
you're done. Jeremy,
David
just
Miller
waiting for
done.
Brian with a rollover, and we're done.
Brian Kraft done.
All right, that's
All
going to be
drivers are
race number
finished.
1 in the books. Scott Deluge, 22.502. Brian, 23.510. And Sean winds up with a 23.501. Thank you, drivers. Thank you, marshals. Up next, 17.5, heat number 2. All right, looking for Steve, Larry,
Dillon,
Alex, Tanner,
Alex
and
Stroud
Art.
hopeful loss.
Pace
Steve
to
Ball.
beat from round number 1, or heat number 1, is a 23.501. Uh-oh. We breaking stuff in the warm-up lap? Yep, I got you. I'll give you a minute. So if we're going to use wheel color to predict anything, looks like everybody's in trouble. We had white wheels out front in the last race and then red wheels in second. I don't see any red wheels on this race. That's going to be a problem. All right, the lineup. Steve up front. Doe Show number 2, Alex, Tanner, and Art. Yeah, that slipper sounds loose. Steve, Larry, Alex, Tanner, and Art. I've got drivers. I've got marshals. We're going to turn Group 2 loose on the sound of the tone. Steve going to lead them around. Everybody's clean through the rhythm section. Clean first lap. That's what we want to see. Up on 2 wheels and into the wall. Steve's going to give up the position. Everybody running right together. This is a tight grouping. Oh, Larry goes over. He drops 2 spots, takes one back on the straightaway. And then we've got a pile up. That's going to allow Steve quite a bit of room. Larry is just all over everybody right now. Tanner spent the day rebuilding his car. Let's see if that setup works. Current pace 24.511. That's being set by Steve Foley starting from the front. Red and gold car with the yellow wheels down the straightaway is your leader. White, yellow, gray is going to be second place. Three minutes left. Steve, Alex, Art, Tanner, and the Doe Show. Looks like Larry's got into an agreement with his cars. Let's see if he can turn some fast laps with it. Halfway, drivers, halfway. Top 2 cars on a 24-lap pace. Everybody else is 23. Alex right there on Steve.
2 minutes left.
Leaders going into the rhythm section. Thank you, Larry. Oh, Steve having trouble on the straightaway. Alex checks up. No positions changing hands at the moment. 1.5 minutes left. Still running Steve, Alex, Art, Tanner, and Larry. Right now, Art and Tanner is the battle. Oh, Art gets a piece of the wall. Tanner waits. That is the right thing to do.
1 minute left.
Oh, Steve goes down at the end of the straightaway, loses the position. Alex to the point. .45 seconds. White, yellow, gray going down the straightaway, followed by red, gold, and yellow. That's the leaders. Oh, Tanner grabbing a piece of the wall in the rhythm section. Looks like he's done. .10 seconds. Art, Alex, Steve all get the lap. Larry's got the extra lap. That's time, drivers. Let's have you finish the laps you're on.
Art Screama done. Alex Stroudhopolos done.
And
Steve
that's
Ball
going to
done.
do it.
Dosho done.
In the third spot,
All
Art
drivers are
Scrimo,
finished.
23.505. Steve Foley, 24.507. And Alex takes the TQ for round one, 24.505. Thank you, drivers. Thank you, marshals. Up next, heat number 3, 21.5 two-wheel drive. All right, let's get those cars checked in. We're looking for Jeff, Ben, Alex, Tony, and Ronald.
Ronald Burnett. Alex Graham. Tony Markham.
Oh, we got one down in the rhythm section.
Ben
Watch the
Crawford.
lander of the rhythm section. All right, we're clear.
Jeff Reed.
All right, we've got everybody checked in. Let's close that straightaway. Close the straightaway. Up front, we're looking for Jeff, followed by Ben, Alex, Tony, and Ronald. Jeff, Ben, Alex, Tony, Ronald. All right. Got some good-looking cars out there. We got 21.5 going racing in less than 5. Jeff leading them around for lap number 1. Let's see if we can make it clean. Close to clean. Oh, Ben makes the pass going into the start-finish line. That's going to be for position. Oh, Jeff rolls it over. That's going to give Ben some room and brings Ronald right up behind. Leader goes down. Oh, we got another one down up here. Thank you, Steve. All right, 1 minute in, and we're now showing Ronald up front, followed by Ben, Tony in the 3 spot, then Jeff and Alex. Black and orange with the white wheels is your leader. Green with the white wheels in second. And pink and orange with the black wheels is your third place. That's going to be the battle right now is for third. Closest battle on the track between Tony and Jeff. I say that, and somebody goes down in front of Ronald. Oh, Tony with a mistake, but Jeff gives him the spot back. That's the leader coming through in the orange car with the white wheels. Orange car with the white wheels is your leader. Oh, Ben gets tangled up. Green car out first, thank you. Halfway through this one, Ronald, Ben, Tony, Jeff, Alex. Oh, Tony gets a bobble. Doesn't lose the spot, though. Tony, if we can let the green car by, thank you. Nice battle for position in the rhythm section between Tony and Jeff. Oh, Tony gets hung up. Looks like Alex has moved up to the 3 spot. Alex gets high centered on the pipe.
2 minutes left.
Loving that throwback body design. Makes the car stand out on the track. Ronald out front with a 23 lap pace. That's good enough to aim main in 17.5 currently. Ben not too far behind. One minute left, and we're looking at Ronald, Ben, Jeff, Alex, and Tony. Oh, Ben goes over. Looks like Jeff may be taking the spot. That's going to be a battle for position. Oh, it is not.
1
My
minute
mistake.
left.
Ben, you're still number 2. One minute left, drivers. Ronald making the big move of the race, goes from back of the grid to take the lead. Looks like he's going to round this one out in front. We've got 15 seconds left. Nice pass at the end of the straightaway.
Ronald Burnett done.
Ronald, you are done, caught at
Tony
the line.
Markham
Tony's done.
Jeff Reed done.
Jeff, Ben
Cropper
just
done.
waiting for Alex. You're good. All
Alex
right,
Graham done.
that's going to do it.
All drivers are finished.
How much time you guys want between the next round? 15? All right, so that'll put us at 7:10. We'll start round number 2 at 7:10. Got Tokyo Joe's up front. DoorDash delivered some Tokyo Joe's up to the front. Alrighty. 1 minute for start of round 2. Alrighty. We're looking for race number 1. Alrighty. We're looking for Brian, David, Scott, Sean, and Jeremy.
David Miller.
Currently looking for 23.508 to get you up into the A main sort. Need 23.508 to get into the A main sort.
Sean King. Scott Deluge. Jeremy Hilsendiger.
Stop and go traffic there at the end of the straightaway. We've got everybody checked in. Let's close that straightaway and line them up. Close the straightaway and line them up. All right, we're looking for Brian up front. Brian starting from the front, followed by David, Scott, Sean, and Jeremy. Brian, David, Scott, Sean, Jeremy. There we go. That looks like at least the right order. I've got drivers. I've got marshals. You guys ready? 23.508, what you need to get into the A main sort. We're going on the sound of the tone. Brian's going to lead him around. Looks like everybody made it through the rhythm section and on to the straightaway. Well, all but Scott. Scott got tipped over. Brian still lead them around, followed by David and Jeremy. Oh, David and Jeremy tangle. Sean gets by. Scott gets by. That's going to change our running order considerably. Oh, Scott a little sideways going into the rhythm section, but manages to keep it rubber side down. David's backwards at the end of the straightaway. Don't know how that happened. He was all by himself. Must have just lost it. Oh, trying to leapfrog, doesn't pull off the move. Sean with a tumble. Jeff's got him fixed up. Things are getting spicy in the back of the field. Everybody trying to leapfrog. Oh, that looked like it hurt. Now there's no nail there. That was like the pipe coupler. 2 minutes down, 3 to go. We're showing Brian, Sean, Jeremy, but looks like Jeremy just got around. Halfway, drivers, halfway. Uh-oh. Two minutes left, current pace 23.503. Jeremy looks like he's closing in. Nice marshalling.
2 minutes left.
Battle to watch is first and second. They're coming underneath me here across the stripe and down the straightaway. Brian's got about half a second. Oh, Jeremy makes the pass. That is not a place you see a lot of passes on this track, and Jeremy puts it through. Let's see if he can keep it. Leaders are starting to work their way back up on the tail end of the field. Jeremy, Brian, David, Sean, and Scott. Oh, upside down on the straightaway. Jeremy gets collected. Brian goes by. Sean goes over. Both the leaders get around.
Left.
1 minute left, drivers. Brian's back up front. Oh, that was close. White, yellow, red, followed by green and white. Those are the leaders through the rhythm section. Oh, Brian too close to the dot, gets rolled over. Marshall can't get him back down. "20 seconds. Jeremy with a 4-second lead. As long as he keeps it rubber side down, he should take this one. Sean, you are done. Jeremy is still on the clock.
Ryan Kraft done.
Got 2 left
Scott
to finish.
Done. David Miller done.
And that's going to do
Jeremy
it. Thank you,
Nielsen,
drivers.
you're
Thank
done.
you, marshals. Jeremy squeaks by 24.511. That's going to move him up to the A main, followed by Brian 23.503 and David 23.510. Up next, heat number 2, which is our second group of 17.5.
Tanner Dillon.
Remember, everybody at home, we've only got about a week and a half. That's 3 races left on this layout. So if you like this layout, this is the end of it. Speaking of the end of this layout, we're going to run a hooligan race on Saturday the 24th. That's the last night for racing on this particular layout. We're going to run turf, we'll run dirt, and then we'll run a dirt hooligan race at the end to close this track out. Then the following weekend on the 31st, we're going to run a special back-to-school race for kids with smaller than 10th scale vehicles. So if you've got a Reflex or a Mini B or a Mini
Dosha.
T or MT12 or any other such smaller than 10th scale off-road car, bring it out for Saturday the 31st, and we'll run a special race for the school-age kids with the small-size cars. All right, we've got our drivers on track, looking for maybe one more marshal. I need somebody down on this end at the end of the rhythm section, if we could. All right, our lineup: Art up front, Tanner number 2, Alex 3, the Dosho 4, and Steve gonna start from the back. All right. So, TQ pace 24.505. Let's see if anybody can do it better. We're going on the sound of the tone. Yeah, Jeremy got 24.511, so that puts him showing third right now. Art's going to lead him around. Tanner follows suit. Alex winds up upside down. Oh, and then we got somebody, looks like that's Tanner upside down from the rhythm section. So Art's out front, and he's going to try to run away and keep it. Larry rolls over. Steve's made it up to third, up to second now. After round number 1, Steve was our second qualifier. So let's see if he can fight his way back to the front. Driver's putting in some clean laps right now. Art up front, Steve second, Dosho third, followed by Alex and Tanner. Battle for third going under the driver's stand right now and into the rhythm section as 1 and 2 make their way onto the straightaway. Looks like both Larry and Tanner have their cars working a little bit better than round 1. They both had some struggles. Alex maybe has gone the other way. He was our TQ to start with. Oh, Art with a bicycle going onto the straightaway. Steve closes the gap. Leaders into the rhythm section. Running nose to tail. That usually slows things down a little bit. Oh, Tanner with all sorts of cartwheel action. Art and Steve both taking nice tight lines. Somebody's got to find a new line if they're going to make a pass. Two minutes left. Leaders down the straightaway. Also got
2 minutes
Dosho
left.
and Alex down the straightaway. That's a good battle going on the track as well. Current pace 24.502. Art and Steve working really well together as Tanner clips the wall on the straightaway. Oh, Alex takes a pipe trying to make the pass. Tanner goes down on the straightaway, wisely lays off, lets the leaders go by. Thank you. Oh, Steve gets hung up on the pipe, can't get free. That's going to give Art the daylight he needs. Oh, looks like Steve lost his steering. Looks like maybe the servo horn slipped.
1 minute left.
One minute left and we're down to 4 cars. Looks like Steve stripped a servo horn. 30 seconds. Battle on track now is Alex and Larry. Looks like Alex just made the pass in the rhythm section. We got 20 seconds left. Ten seconds. Alex made the pass, and now he's got a little bit of room. Tanner's going to let both these drivers go. That is time, drivers. Finish the laps you're on.
Art Screama done.
Art, you're done with a 24.503.
Alex Stroud Hope.
Alex 24.509. Larry 24.510.
Tanner Dillon done.
And
All
Tanner 23.513. Thank you, drivers. Thank you, marshals. All right, looks like the top four of that race all reset TQ. So Art's going to take TQ for 17.5. Much better than his previous outing. Way to go, Art. Up next is race number 3. That's going to close out round 2. That's 21.5 two-wheel drive. Good job, Art.
Ronald Burnett. Ben Cropper. Tony Markham. Jeff Reed. Alex Graham.
All right, we've got everybody checked in. If we could get one more marshal, I think that's Tanner we're looking for. There we go. All right, folks, let's close the straightaway, get them lined up. In this race, we're going to start with Ronald up front, followed by Tony, Alex, Ben, and Jeff. In round number 1, Ron set TQ from the back of the field. Let's see what he can do starting from the front. Our lineup, Ronald, Tony, Alex, Ben, and Jeff. All right, we've got a lineup. We've got marshals. Last qualifier of the night goes off on the sound of the tone. And they're off. Ben making moves. He's up to the 3 spot. Up to the 2 spot. And just like that, everybody's running the way they qualified round number 1. Ronald up front, Ben, Jeff, Alex, and Tony. Let everybody get a couple laps in before we trust the predictive pace of the computer. We are 1 minute in. Ronald and Ben down the straightaway. Those are your leaders. Orange car, green car. Current pace 23.503. Oh, Ronald goes over. Ben gives him a little bump for good measure on the way by. That's going to put Jeff right there in the hunt. Oh, Ronald grabs the pipe at the end of the straightaway. Jeff makes the pass. 2 minutes down, and our order is now Ben, Jeff. Oh, Ben and Jeff both roll over. Ronald can't take advantage. In fact, Alex is going to take a spot from him. That tightens up the field considerably. 1, 2, 3, 4, all right together now. Heading down the straightaway, Ben, Jeff, Alex, Ronald. Oh, Alex takes a tumble. Looks like Jeff got around Ben. Lots of action in the last 2 laps. That's got to be like 6 position changes in a 5-car field. That's a lot. Currently, Jeff and Ben 1-2. Then Alex and Ronald. Looks like Ronald's actually gotten around Alex. Tony with a tumble at the end of the rhythm section.
Two minutes left.
Drivers currently Jeff out front, followed by Ben, then Ronald and Alex. White and red with the white wheels is your leader, followed by green, and then the orange car. Leader headed down the straightaway. Oh, leader gets too close on the pipe, goes down, drops 2 spots. That's going to put Ben back up to the front. Oh, Ronald was second, but he rolls over. Tony's gone down up by me. It's like Art's got him fixed up. Thank you, Art. 1 minute left, drivers, 1 minute left. Jeff with a big tumble at the end of the rhythm section. That's going to give Ronald the 2 spot.
1 minute left.
Ben with a 3-second lead. .20 seconds left as Ben crosses the line. He might get 2 more laps out of this one. Followed by Ronald, Alex, Jeff, and then Tony. At this point, looks like TQ is going to be safe. Ben's going to take round number 2 with
done.
Ronald in second.
Ronald Burnett done.
Followed
Alex
by Alex,
done.
Jeff, and
done.
one more to finish. There he goes. All
Tony
right,
Markham
I'll give you
done.
15 minutes.
All
That's going to
drivers are
be,
finished.
call it 7:50. 7:50, we will start the main events. So I got a question. You guys want to run B main with a bump to the A, or do you want to just run them? Just run them A and B. Yeah, I'm asking if you want to run the B main first with a bump to the A. Yeah, yeah, to give them time to recharge. Yeah, you guys want to run B main first with a bump to the A? Okay. All right, so how many do we want to bump? Do we want to bump 1 or do we want to bump 2 to the A? All righty. That's too complicated for me. I'm going to struggle with this the way it is. Alrighty. There goes the heat lineups. We're going to run 17.5 B main. We'll bump the top 2 out of the B main if they want it. We'll run the 21.5 and then we'll run the 17.5 A main. We're going to start that at 7:50, which is in 10 minutes. And practice is turned on. Alrighty, it's 7:50. Let's get that 17.5 B main group. 17.5 B main to the track, please. Remember, we are going to run a bump up out of this main to the A. We had a pretty stacked field in a short number of drivers, so kind of think of this as an LCQ. Be interesting to see who can bump out of here. We got some fast drivers in here who just couldn't quite turn the laps in the normal heat races. Oh!
Tanner Dillon.
You guys want to bump 3? Run it as a full A? All right. I'll bump 3 if you guys want to drive it. That's fine.
Sean King. David Miller. Brian Kraft. Scott Deluge.
Alrighty. We got everybody checked in. We've got our marshals. And I'm going to close the straightaway. Straightaway closed. Our lineup for the B main is going to start with Sean King up front, followed by Brian Kraft, David Miller, Tanner Dillon, and Scott Deluge. All right. We got drivers hunting for bump ups from the B main. We want clean laps to do it on the sound of the tone. Sean's going to lead him around through the rhythm section. David's already looking for a place to pass. Everybody's bunched up down the straightaway. Oh, Brian grabs the pipe. Oh, then Sean rolls over. That's got David and Tanner fighting for number 1. Tanner to the front. Brian and David get tangled up. That's going to put Scott to the 2 spot. Tanner with a little bit of breathing room. Sean all over the back of Scott. Brian not far behind. Tanner's just looking to keep it on all 4s and check out. Remember, you only need 3rd to be able to bump. Oh, Sean with the power move down the straightaway. Scott and Brian get together at the chicane. Just over 1 minute in, we're Tanner, Sean, Scott, Brian, and David. Looks like David missed a lap. All right, I got you fixed up, David. Yep, all right. Tanner, Sean, David, Scott, Brian. Oh, David with the fancy moves in the rhythm section. David upside down at the end of the straightaway. That gives Brian the opportunity to take the 3 spot. Oh, David spins out. Brian gets by. David winds up at the back. Question is Tanner going to fight it to check his pace, or is he just going to ride it out to ensure the bump? He's got 5 seconds on second place right now. That's about half a lap.
Two minutes left.
Oh, David flipped over again, got caught on the wall. Sean's going to go by. 2 minutes left. Tanner, Sean, Brian, Scott, David. Leader down the straightaway. Looks like Scott's going to let him by. Got one down at the end of the straightaway, and we're clear. Tanner a little wide on the straightaway, takes a rub on the wall. One minute left. Top three, Tanner, Sean, and Brian looking to bump up.
1 minute left.
Oh, Scott getting the wall all sorts of wrong. .30 seconds left as David Miller heads down the straightaway. Sean and Brian close together on the track, but they don't have to fight for position. They just got to hold 2 and 3 to be able to bump up. They've got a lap on Scott, so it should be pretty easy to do. 10 seconds. Tanner rolls over. He's not going to lose a position.
Tanner Dillon.
It does cost him his 24, though. Tanner, you're
Sean
done.
King done. Brian Kraft done. David Miller done.
So Tanner's got the pace. He's going to be in the A. He's going to have to be able to turn 24 when he gets there, though.
Finished.
In the 3 spot, Brian Kraft, 23.504. Sean King, 23.503. And Tanner caught at the line, 23.5 flat. That's going to be your bumps. Up next is 21.5. Caught Alex out here being the one-man show on the blowers. Looks like he's even cleaning the track for his own race. That's mighty nice of him. What happened to all my marshals? Oh, that's right. We got bump ups and all that.
Jeff Reed.
Alrighty. Taking a look at the weather.
Ronald
Thursday,
Burnett.
Friday, Saturday look like they are going to be beautiful. So you've got perfect weather to come out and enjoy the turf track.
Tony Markham.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Might get a little bit of rain on Sunday. Who
Crawford.
knows? Reminder, Hobby Shop opens at noon. Track closes at 8:30. And then on Saturday, we're going to open at 10. Turf sign-up closes at 11:30. Turf racing starts at noon, with the ideal of dirt sign-up closing at 2:30 on Saturday and dirt racing starting at 3. Give you guys a little bit of time here while we get our bump-up drivers to get their cars resorted. But we will need everybody out to marshal for 21.5. We've got 5 cars, so we would like 5 marshals.
Alex Graham.
We've got everybody checked in. Got one upside down. Yeah. All right, so we're looking for Tanner and so we've got Sean. Got Sean, we've got Scott. I see David. I need, oh yeah, Brian. All right. Yeah, if I could have you down here on this end of the rhythm section when you get a chance, Brian. We're looking at Ronald, Ben, Alex, Jeff, and Tony, so everybody's lined up correctly. We've got drivers, we've got marshals. Drivers ready? All right, we'll turn you loose for the A main, 21.5 on the sound of the tone. Oh, Alex up on 2 wheels in the first corner. Oh, Ben's upside down on the first roller. He's going to drop from 2nd to 4th. Second time through the rhythm section, it's Ronald, Jeff, Alex, Ben, and then Tony. Down the straightaway they go. Orange car is in the lead. Oh, Jeff is all sorts of backwards at the end of the straightaway. He's going to lose 2 spots. One minute down, Ronald's built himself a healthy lead, followed by Alex, Ben, and Jeff. Oh, Ben with a nice pass going at the start-finish line. Oh, then he tangles with Alex. Alex comes off worse for it. Drops to the 4 spot. Now we're back into... No, we're not in the qualifying order. We're Ronald, Ben, Jeff, Alex, Tony. Battle on the track is Ben and Jeff for 2nd place. Jeff is right there trying to find a way by. So far, all he's found is Ben's rear wing. Ronald's starting to make his way through the field. Green car followed by white and red. That's the battle to watch on the track through the rhythm section in the low spot over the roller. Jeff gets a little bit of the pipe, slows him down. Ronald with about 3-second lead. Oh, Tony goes down. Ben and Jeff both get around him. Good driving there. Watching where you're going, not where you've been. Oh, Ronald comes up a little short on the rhythm section. Doesn't have to be marshaled. Ben's starting to pull away just a little bit. Getting some space on track. Let's see if that allows him to focus and start tracking Ronald down as Ronald takes a little bobble. Oh, Ben does the same going down the straightaway. That loses his gap. Tony and Alex battling it out at the end of the straightaway. Does not look like that's for position, but it sure is fun.
2 minutes left.
Oh, Tony's rolled over. Looks like Brian's got him fixed up. Thank you, sir. Oh, Ben with a leapfrog over the pipe. Jeff can't take advantage of it. Ronald is checked out. Got about 3 seconds on the field, and the computer says he's going to get 1 lap more than everybody else. Tony with a nice little cartwheel at the end of the rhythm section. Jeff with a bicycle. Sean goes running but doesn't have to touch the car. Oh, Ronald with the pass on Tony coming down the straightaway. His lead's down to 2.5 seconds now, though. We got 1 minute left, drivers.
1 minute left.
That is enough time. Ben could still catch him. Gap's down to 2.1. Oh, Ronald comes up short, then spins out. Ben's right there. Now it's a race. Car down on the straightaway. Oh, Ben gets by on the hill. Down the straightaway they go. Through the chicane, under the driver's stand, into the rhythm section. Green car is now your leader. Ronald goes head over heels, lands on all fours. Down the straightaway, Ben's got 0.4 seconds lead. Into the rhythm section, 20 seconds left. They're going to get 2 more laps. Oh, Ronald traction rolls onto the straightaway. Ben's just got to keep it rubber side down. That might seal the deal. Ben gets the extra lap. Ronald does not. That's going to be the race. Finish the laps you're on, drivers. Ronald, you are done. Tony, you're done.
Tony Markham done.
Alex, Ben, and Jeff. Thank you, drivers. Thank you, marshals.
Jeff Reed
going to be Alex in the 3 spot, 22.511. Ronald 22.502, and Ben comes from second place to take the win, 23.512. All right, let's give those that were marshaling and bumped up a chance to get their vehicles ready so we can get them into the A main. So that means we're going to be looking for Tanner, Sean, and Brian. Tanner, Sean, and Brian, we're your bump-up drivers. Art going to be the TQ for this one. He did a 24.503. We're going to have a full 8 cars on the grid for the A main because of the bump up, so this is going to be one to watch.
Jeremy Hilsendiger. Tanner Dillon. Sean King.
All right, we've got Tanner and Sean added to the list. Still looking for Brian. There he is. I see him bringing his car over. Donuts. All right, looking to get Brian checked in. There he goes.
Brian Kraft.
All right, guess that bump up thing's not too difficult. We've got everybody checked in. Let's line them up. Art's going to lead us off, followed by Alex, Steve, Dosho, Jeremy, then our bump up drivers, Tanner, Sean and Brian. All right, we've got a full grid. We've got a full spade of marshals. We're going to go racing A-main style. Winner takes all on the sound of the tone. And they're off. Everybody makes it through the chicane cleanly. Got a little bit of a tangle on the rhythm section, but everybody makes the first lap. Here we go down the straightaway. Oh, Sean and Tanner tangle. Brian gets caught up. These guys were all in the B main together. They bumped. They just can't get away from each other. Meanwhile, up front, Art's still leading them around, followed by Alex, Steve, and the Doe-Show. Doe-Show grabs some wing and gets turned around. That's going to allow Jeremy to move up to the 4 spot. Art leads him around again. Sean upside down. Tanner's going to get by. Leaders coming around. Art, Alex, Steve, and Jeremy starting to break away a little bit. Under the driver's stand into the rhythm section. Oh, Steve comes up short. That allows Jeremy a spot to get by. Now it's Art, Alex, Jeremy, Steve. Under the driver's stand again. Clean lines up front. That's how you set the pace. Oh, Steve goes on top. Jeremy still gets out ahead. Oh, Tanner and Brian get bumping. Meanwhile, up front, Art, Alex, Jeremy, then Steve. Alex got a little bit squirrely on the straightaway. Oh, Sean's upside down. Quick feet by Alex gets him marshaled, but he goes right back in front of Art. Art manages to keep it on all fours. Steve gets caught up on the straightaway. He's going to drop a spot. Still Art and Alex up front, followed by Jeremy. I wish I could drive this nice. Oh, Jeremy living dangerously. Halfway through, Art, Alex, and Jeremy. Art and Alex starting to pull away a little bit, getting through traffic now. It looks like maybe Sean's pulling off. Down to 7 cars running.
2 minutes left.
Alex gets a little bit of pipe going on to the straightaway, has to check up. That gives Art a couple of tenths. Yellow, orange, pink, blue, yellow wheels, followed by white, yellow, gray with the yellow wheels and green and white. Those are your leaders coming around under the timing stand and down the straightaway once again. Oh, Brian gets all crossed up. Those are the leaders, Brian. Thank you. Down the straightaway with 120 left. Art, Alex, Jeremy, Steve, Doe-Show, Tanner, Brian. Art, Alex, and Jeremy putting on a show out front in this one. If I wasn't telling you who was out front, I wouldn't have to call their names at all. They're doing that well. .45 seconds. Jeremy getting racy, trying to take Alex's spot. Alex a lip tight on the pipe. 30 seconds as they head down the straightaway. Under the driver's stand into the rhythm section. 15 seconds. Oh, Art got defensive. It slowed him down. Keep the pedal down, Art. Keep the pedal down. 10 seconds. They're going to get one more lap. Leaders onto the straightaway for the final time. This is it. Under the driver's stand, into the rhythm section.
Show done.
Down the hole,
Tanner
over the roller,
done.
last jump, last corner, and
Art
that's a
Screamer
race.
Alex Stroud-Hopolos done.
Looking for two more to finish.
Jeremy Hilsendiger done. Steve Ball done.
And
Ryan
we're done.
done.
Thank you, drivers. Thank
All
you,
drivers are
marshals.
finished.
Number 4 going to be Steve Foley, 24,509. Jeremy, 24,508. Alex, 24,507.6. And Art leads it wire to wire, 24,507.2. Thank you, drivers. Thank you, marshals. It's 8:15. You've got about 15 minutes before we shut the track down. I'll see you up front for taking the tabs. Thank you very much.
Show. Tanner Dillon. 12-5. 12-6. 12-7. 12-2. 12-9. 13-5. 12-4. 12-7. 12-2. 12-6. 'Ben Cropper. 12-4. 13-6. 12-4. 12-5. 14-6. 12-3. 13-6. 13 flat. 13-5. 12-6. 13-6. 12-4. 13 flat. 12-2. 13-3. 12-3. 13-9. 12-5. 13-3. 13-8. 13-3. 13-6. Alex Stroudhopoulos. 14-2. 13-6. 14-8. 28.5. 20.2. 12-3. 14 flat. 13-1. 13 flat. 12-6. 13-2. 12-4. 12-7. 12-4. 14-2. 12-4. 13-5. 13-5. 13-4. 12-8. 13-7. 12-3. 13-3. 12-1. 13-5. 12-1. 13-7. 13-7. 13-2. 13 flat. 15 7. 12 4. 12 2. 12 2. 12 7. 12 5. 12 2. 12 6. 12 1. 12 3. 13 2. 12 9. 12 7. 12 7. 12 4. Twelve 4. 12 6. 12 2. Twelve 3. Twelve 2. Twelve 3. 12-8. 12-3. 12-3. 12-5. 12-1. 12-5. 12-6.